Drop your weapons.
Okay.
All right, men. Load your weapons.
I just said drop them. Oh. Oh. What's out? How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii.
Trooper standing by.
The channel. That's right. Let's get things back to normal. I don't know what back to normal is. It's Tuesday. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Watch to the end. There's a special surprise. The end of it. First off, let's get our special lighting going on. That's right. 1,000 million miracles. 1,000 million miracles. I have a little black light, if you haven't noticed, which makes color keying very difficult. You see, this is a certain wavelength which throws the color balance off of everything. Cat ball, of course. Put it in this thing to keep it steady, so hopefully it does something. I don't know what. And we'll get the Ghost Talker light free to have random stuff come out if you shake it, bump it. Truth. Yes. Father. Okay. Yeah, I'm not as totally recouped as I thought. I mean,
Search.
It's like those fevers. You know, those fevers when the fever breaks, all of a sudden you feel, I'm cured. And then you start moving around. It's like, oh, not so much. It's gone, but it's left an aftermath. You know, it's shivering, got cramps and stuff. So anyways, I've been trying to drink lots of water, rehydrate a lot. So I'm back to eating, drinking water. Well, not in that order. You know what I mean? Drinking lots of water, eat a little something. Can't just starve. But when you're doing, oh gosh. Anyways, now that we have our black light, we can see. Tomorrow is Toastmaster Day, and I have to do the table topics. Now, table topics is I say a question to somebody. So I'm asking them a question. They don't know the question in advance. They're just on the spot. They're standing there, and they give a 2-minute response. It's supposed to be a mini speech, and they're supposed to react to the question. Like a little speech, like beginning, middle, and end. And it goes weird. But if you have good questions, it goes right. So I chose questions out of the big queue, and I wrote them down, and I highlighted them with invisible ink, which is magic marker. Shows up really good on black light. See how magic marker shows up really good. You can make invisible ink stuff. You can see that. Okay. I don't know. Here's the newspaper for today. I don't know if we're gonna need okay. It's Maui Affordable Teacher Housing Plan, which is sort of what you know what this kind of thing is. This is what this is. It's a thumbnail. Clickbait. Just say clickbait. This is not clickbait. Affordable teacher housing plan. So they want teachers, but they don't want to improve the lot of the teachers. You know, they don't want to give them a lot of benefits. You don't even pay into Social Security, so you don't have no Social Security thing going on. Well, I don't know. Different states handle it differently because that's how it works in education. Each Board of Education, and then they have National Board of Education. It gets all weird and complicated because they just make it weird and complicated. And I'll tell you one thing about the education world. I thought thought it was about the children learning. They all get into the classroom, like, settle down. We don't want to go to the rules. Let's settle down. When they're settled down, you get to learning, and the teacher makes the learning interesting, so they're engaged in learning. They want to learn. That's how I remember a couple of teachers in my past going, I wanted to learn physics. Force equals, never mind. So I thought it was about the learning and the children learning. Apparently, the education department and the education system is not really that. Despite the old criticisms of the education system, like Einstein didn't like schools because it thought it was rigid and didn't teach out of the box thinking. To put it in a nutshell, creative, imaginative thinking was limited by the schools. It was all rote and memory in his day. And nowadays they'll say, well, basically it's just damn political. If they don't like you, they're not going to take you in. And if they like you, they're going to take you in. And it's real political. It's much like politics. Even when you apply for a teaching job, they call you a candidate. I should have clued in right there. A candidate. Truth Father's Search. Well, should we just take a picture here? Wrong button. So I never got into the teaching world in depth. Now I'm just too old for that crap. So I just wasted all my time. So thank you. Thanks. Enjoy the show. Let's go to the news, see what's happening, just in brief. Oh, it helps once again. Oh, when am I gonna not remember?
Try remember. Put up the theme.
Thank you. There it is. There it is. On Maui, they're making a new high school, and they're trying to make affordable plans. Oh, by the way, they'll tell you it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. Ask anybody in the education world. It's all about the kickies. It's all about the kickies. And if you're not a parent with children of your own, just forget about going into the teaching. They won't accept you. It's like no. So speaking of little children, here's the Honolulu's, what do you call it? World Series. They're little leaguers. Last time they won, and now they won Texas this year. They won Texas, and they're on their way to face Tennessee, and they're just winning again. So they're continuing to be Little Leaguer World Series All-Stars. Now, over to the left, which is not so big of a news anymore. Maybe the Navy water operators unprepared despite fuel leaks. This is an important little item here. Navy operators unprepared despite fuel leak risks, EPA says, reports. So this is important in this way. Finally, after an inspection way late in the game and after the disaster, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency decides to be on the winning side, or the side of ethical correctness, public safety, and people's. So the Environmental Protection Agency finally is like going, well, you know what? After our inspection, you guys were not prepared, and it violates numerous state, federal laws of safe drinking water. It's like they're going in there after the fact saying, it's like the Hindenburg actually crashed, and they're going, this is not good. They're walking around the smoldering rubble. Oh, the humanity, all that's over with. It's like, oh, this is not good. In response to this, but it says some shitty stuff. And then they did check out some other places too. Oh, they checked out some animal nesting things and some vegetations around there. But here, this is kind of funny. Where was it? Oh, they went to one well and they had rusty pipes, and 2 out of 3 wells relied on the JBPHHs, the Pearl Harbor stuff, the Navy. The 3rd well, the Red Hill shaft, still had visible sheen on the surface of the infiltration tunnel and smelled the fuel. And the inspectors visited. They smelled fuel out of the condition of the water that came out of the faucets with the people. Or where was it? So this is going down the tubes, and they want to make sure they're on the right side. Yeah. Well, okay. I couldn't find a special spot. Anyways, let's go see what's. Oh, the free bus rides. Oh, the electric fleet of the buses. Hawaii, though, is moving towards the right direction. You want to get electric buses. Kaiser struggled to find mental health specialists. But we don't got no specialists. You know, the problem is mental health.
But we don't got fucking people.
There's Maui High School. Okay, they're on to the semifinals.
Yay.
All right, enough already. Make me all tense out. Oh, Prince William and Kate are relocating their family. They're going to move to this little cottage Prince William and Kate. He'd be the next king, Prince William. Willie, we used to call him Little Willie. This little chat rooms. Well, he's going to move to a rural dwelling, which is about 10-minute walk from Windsor, where the Queen's going to be staying because she's getting kind of feeble at 96. So they're kind of planning for the inevitable. Well, it's a 10-minute walk away. Well, yeah, relax already. Remember back in the day when everything's like really just calm and cool? 1973, where you can get a rickshaw. You jump in a rickshaw driven by a cross between Richard Dreyfuss and Tommy Chong. And they're going by the gas station. The guy at the gas station, he's like, you wanna me to check under the hood? I'm just scratching his head. What is this picture? This is like Bose. This is Bose. The rickshaw, blah blah blah. Nee. Gas pumps. Tropical Rainbow rickshaw. Okay. Waikiki service station. Okay. Yep. That's what that is. Okay. What about people's opinions about what's going on? Let's get one. First off, oh look, it's political cartoon. You folks just won the grand prize. What do you plan to do with all the money?
Oh, we're gonna go to the store and buy a roast.
Is that, I guess, food prices? You know what? People are gouging left and right. These companies, they're out for the profit. Bottom line, they're gouging left and right. Oh, that's all supply side economics. That'll fool them. Keep telling them that. Oh, gosh. When the recession was in like 2007, I guess it started 2008. It's going on. They had recession. And then all these companies were gouging prices and people and stuff. And this ain't working. So just a second. Okay, here we go. All right. When they're gouging prices during the recession, they're just saying, well, it's the recession. They just kind of make it, it's the recession. It's the recession. Recession my ass, yeah, but the company is making profit is like a big thingy. So I looked at all these things and it's like, yeah. Candidates miscommit the Red Hill shutdown. We know that. I got the fake news. Yeah, Trump, blah, blah, blah. This one was kind of sticking out. Let's see what it says. I didn't read this, so can you see in the back? Okay, let's check them out. Read them. Oh, wait, gotta be able to see it, eh? Can I see? So I'll have to get this kind of like thing all mess up. Oh, jeez. Okay, Christian voters would put GOP in power here. Really? Let's see well, there must be something about Christians and the GOP. If every Christian living in Hawaii would vote for one issue, the morality of this country, the Republican Party would win out on election day and gain control of Hawaii's government from the liberal Democrats who control it. The Republican Party platform supports traditional marriage and family based on marriage between one man and one woman.
In a world where there's one man and one woman.
A marriage designed originally by God Almighty. The liberal Democrats support same-sex marriage. We live in a culture which same-sex marriage is encouraged and celebrated, where
Gays and lesbians and transgenders
are presented as the norm, even going so far as to try to indoctrinate children in mainland elementary schools.
Oh no! Oh, LGBTQ LMNOP 101. Come on, little children. Elementary
Schools. Okay. That was short. Short alarm. The abortion issue isn't political or legal, it's spiritual. Abortions are a rejection of God's law and principles as revealed in Scripture, and a rebellion against His authority over all of life. All of these immoral issues are supported by the liberal Democratic Party. Melvin Partido Senior LCD. Well, Melvin, thank you for that, I guess. I don't know where to go with that. Except, yeah, that's how the GOP, the Grand Old Party, which is split into two, maybe three different parts at least, and it's fighting amongst themselves. That's how they're trying to get themselves elected for the sake of being re-elected, as their politicians just want to make politics their career because there's lots of money in it and they want that money. And so they ally with what they call the Christian right, which is Christians want their rights. They want morality, and they're allowed to lobby, but Christianity is not allowed to be the majority ruling class. It cannot be that, because that's how the Constitution is made up. It's made up to be inclusive of everyone, which is a biblical theme. Inclusivity. Jesus didn't say, screw the sinners. let them fend for themselves. And as far as the same-sex marriage, traditional marriage, okay, so they got the traditional marriage. Same-sex marriage is encouraged and celebrated. It's not. They just want their place under the sun as well. They want to be, allowed, not banned. Because when you ban things, then it turns into the violence against a small group, not a large group. And trying to indoctrinate children into the mainland elementary schools. Well, that's just utter BS. They're not indoctrinating. They're just saying, you got to learn about everything. Instead of, they want it in the mainland schools. Oh gosh, just think about textbooks in Texas. How do you explain the dinosaurs when they're teaching Noah's Ark as science? You know what I'm saying? It's insane. Abortion, man, you should have that as your own choice, whether you should or shouldn't. But when they outlaw abortion, then you do not have a choice. And there's a lot of problems about that. There's situations. And abortions are a rejection of God's laws and principles. Well, I'll tell you. Majorly, God's laws are the 10 Commandments. Remember Moses and the 10 Commandments. And remember Jesus with love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love others as you love yourself. That's real Bible stuff, not this liberal democratic parties is the faith. We're not going to be more spiritual. If they voted it spiritually, it would be the GOP. That's reverse engineering on people's heartfelt belief in true biblical themes and morality. Jesus. Jesus didn't say anything about it. Doesn't say thou shalt not have gays around or something like that, or well, Paul says stuff like that, but he says that about drunkards and idolatries. So it's like let's outlaw idolatry. That would be tough to do. If you outlawed abortion, game over. They wouldn't be able to handle. So anyways, okay, stop. We have Truth Father Search as our spirit box, which is sense. Important. Sense it's important. Okay. Have a happy day. It's going to be very humid over here, so.
There it is. Fresh air, fresh sunshine, fresh aloha. Oh, look at that clouds. That rainy come down.
There it is. Fresh air, fresh sunshine.
Fresh humidity,
there it is.
sunshine.
Fresh air, fresh sunshine.
Fresh aloha.
Fresh aloha. Fresh humidity, fresh sunshine. Fresh humidity, fresh sunshine. Fresh something, fresh aloha. Fresh aloha to you. Bye now. Bye.